starting the recording. All right, Lawson, say something to get canceled now.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got him.
You deny your purpose.
You deny your blade its purpose.
Already have that open, David. Don't be an idiot. All right, so then someone go ahead and do the recap.
Where note goes.
Well,
I
I'm
was not here.
not gonna do it because I've done it the past 2 times, and I'm also may have accidentally started something at a very poor time.
God damn.
Stupid.
Literally had 20 minutes to know the session's starting. Still continues to play game even though he knows session is starting.
Well, of
Yeah,
course.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, last session we went to the ruins. Were you there for the 3 towers? I don't think you were.
No, he was not.
So we went to like 3 towers out in the ruins. And we sat there and watched as goblins and bandits kill each other. We just played.
Fiction.
Yeah, we played as the bandits and the goblins, and it was a cinematic masterpiece. Then we went into the towers where there were some people and nothing else, and then except for one of them, where it had like an elevator. Wait, I missed the part with the wizard.
Yeah, the towers did not have the elevator or the wizard.
That's true. Yeah, there were nothing in the towers, basically. And then we went to the Colosseum-looking place after the towers, and there was it. It was like a big theater thing, and there was a wizard in a black robe sitting in the middle that basically said that the bandits, like both factions of bandits and us, are like intruders in the ruins, and he has like a lord, and he's using the goblins and the wolves to try to ward us off. And then DJ made him disrobe, which made him reveal that he was undead. Full hog out. And then we fought him after a bit of yapping. And then he went down an elevator. And we went down the elevator. And we walked out of we went to the ruins below. And we went out, and there was like a massive city that was filled with undead. And then we went back.
So do you remember how in the other campaign there was the city that was full of undead, Korg?
Yeah.
It's basically that, but on a much bigger scale. So that was like thousands of undead. This is about tens of thousands of undead, just kind of sitting below the earth.
Fuck.
Yep. So fun times for all. All right.
Yeah, we have another undead story arc.
Yeah, which is really funny because last session very early on I said, "Man, I wouldn't do 2 undead campaigns in a row," and that was a complete and utter lie. And I revealed that session.
I gained another weapon mastery, and recently I found out that the Nick weapon mastery is actually kind of goated.
Nick, oh god, and I gotta look and see what that does.
It basically means you get a free offhand attack. And then, I also I don't think I get a feat yet. But
then make sure that's how it works completely, because some things do get changed for the purpose of working in Baldur's Gate.
Well, that was a mod. And I'm assuming the mod just like completely took the new weapon mastery, but
Nope. Yeah,
I'm
he's
fairly
okay.
certain
Yeah, that is how it works. So if you, if you have
and then, oh,
Nick, you get to
and
make.
then
Yeah, you're right.
I take the dual wielder feat, which gives me another free offhand attack, and it lets me use versatile weapons as dual wielding weapons.
Blood is just recreating his character in Baldur's
No, I'm
Gate, but
not.
he's a barbarian instead of the new guy.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of based, honestly.
I think in that I was like Illrigger is the class I chose.
Yep.
What'd you just call me?
I was gonna
The
say,
ri-
there's no way I say it last night. Everyone goes crazy and is like, "What did you say?" Ben says
Okay,
it, and it's just
okay. Look,
silence.
I said it. Hey, I made the joke. I mean, anything that ends in er, you know,
I think the
we're
problem here
obligated.
though is is unlike Balls Gate, you don't get just every fucking weapon mastery. You have to pick a specific weapon.
Yeah. So essentially,
Which
yeah, but I agree that is how that is saying that works.
yeah, which the problem is right now I'm wielding a great axe, which definitely does not have the versatile property, and I 100%. But I'm pretty sure
No, you
it would.
need you need a something. It's like you need like a, I guess honestly your
I need something
best
with the
bet
versatile
it'd
property, which is
be.
not a great axe.
I don't think it's versatile because versatile is two handed. You need something with a light property.
No,
Versatile is
no,
two
with
or
his
one hand.
Oh
I'm saying once
yes.
I
Okay,
take the
yes.
dual
Now I
wielder
understand
feat,
you.
which
Now I
lets
understand you.
me, yeah.
Okay.
But I think I don't know, scimitar is probably the best Nick weapon I can think of, or just all of them are kind of the same.
The issue with scimitar is that it's also finesse, so you would use your. On was finesse a choice? I don't remember anymore. Oh no, you can use strength for the scimitar. So yes, that would probably be the best Nick weapon. Is scimitar.
It's that or sickle, which I think they're pretty much
Yeah.
the same.
No, is sickle a D6 now?
Once you get a hammer with that.
Or yeah,
No,
light hammer is also included, but
sickle's a
when I'm
1d4,
looking
so you don't want a
at,
sickle.
okay. So
on
if I
Nick,
want,
you have dagger, light hammer, scimitar, and sickle
So
for
yeah,
anything
you
that will
want
work with it.
you do
light
want
hammer or
scimitar or short
scimitar,
sword.
Yep.
Scimitar, short sword, or light hammer are
short
your
sword
best
doesn't get
choices.
it, right?
No, I'm looking at right now. It's dagger, light hammer,
Nah.
scimitar, sickle. All of them have
Yeah,
Nick.
Never
yeah, no,
mind.
not short sword.
Well, in terms of damage, oh, short sword
Yeah,
is vex, right?
so
Sorry.
it'll be a light hammer or
Scim-
Yeah.
a
So it's
Scimitar does the
scimitar.
most
Scimitar is
damage.
slashing damage.
Scimitar does the most
Yeah,
damage.
yeah.
I love how we're just talking over each other.
Okay, and then I get an ability, and then I get a feat. Yeah, it's same level. Sweet.
or
Now I want.
ability score.
Yeah. Is I don't know if dual
Nah.
wielder.
Oh, also, Benton, I have a 20 AC.
Oh shit. Crap. I forget. What's my what's my strength? Okay, it's a. So I should take this. Yeah, the nice thing about dual wielder feat also is you get a ability score. It's like you get to raise strength or dexterity, and I choose strength.
Yeah, but it's only by like 1.
Yeah, but that gets me to 18.
Oh, yeah.
You're at a 7? That's never mind.
Yeah, when you take an attack action on your turn and attack with a weapon that has the light property, you can make one extra attack as a bonus action later on with a different weapon.
But then with Nick, it's a part of your attack
Which
action
must be a
instead of
melee
bonus
weapon
action.
that lacks the two-handed property. You don't add your ability modifier. Yeah.
So does this mean you do 3 hits now? Because you do your bonus as a part of your main, and then you have the other thing which gives you another attack?
Technically, I think I can make 4.
What? That
Uh,
doesn't sound right.
so 1 from Nick,
Yes.
1 from dual wielder, and then 1 just as the bonus action normally.
No.
No,
Okay.
Nick replaces the bonus action. You don't get to take the bonus action on top
Yeah.
of Nick.
Yeah.
I think at least.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
whole thing with Nick is you do your main attack instead of a bonus action for your offhand.
Yeah.
Your offhand is included as your main attack.
So yeah,
Oh, but no, but the nice
Then
thing
you
about
have
it
your
is I
extra
still,
attack, but
and
you have your
especially as a
bonus action for something else.
And especially as a barbarian, it lets me like use my rage for free pretty much, and I can still make an offhand attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
All right.
So you get 3 attacks, and I don't even think you have your 2 attacks per action.
No, he doesn't.
So next
Now,
level,
the
you
thing
should
I'm
be
losing
able
out
to.
on is a great axe, which honestly Cleave hasn't been doing too great. So,
All right.
and I think I have flail, as which I think that can be.
That's one-handed, yeah. Flails are one-handed.
And I don't know if it's saying like quick. You can draw or stow 2 weapons that lack the two-handed property when you would normally be able to draw or stow only 1. What? Okay.
That part's not important.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm not okay. I guess it does. This version doesn't give the You can do versatile weapons instead of. Yeah. Oh, I think it still needs the light property, but that's fine. Oh. All right. Well, I like this, and I don't think I have anything previously that was like messing with it, unless like the level 2. What was the other feat I chose? Is level 4 the first feat?
I think that's the first.
All right. And I think I'm good on level.
Okay. So if he's ready, then after yesterday's revelation, you guys go ahead and you nap for the night. So go ahead and do a long rest if you have not already. I guess first I have to do date and temp. Date walks up and says 217, and then temp says freezing. And with that, where would you guys like to go? You are all in Frosthome currently.
So I'm trying to do something real quick.
I forget.
I can see about
What's the dice I have to roll for each per level?
whatever it says when you go to your health thing.
It's a D12.
1d12. Okay. Or I could take a 6, or is it a 5?
Yes, you can take a 6.
Okay. It's either you take 6 or potentially roll to get 12.
And how we
And
do the
David,
rolls is that you can, if you roll it and get below a 6, you can choose to just take a 6, or you can roll it again, but you have to take the second roll, no matter what it is, even if it's a 1. So there's a nice gambling aspect to it.
Hold on, should I just pull up another website for rolling the dice? Or,
there should be a thing to roll it on the level up page.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm just realizing I never rolled my HP for my level up.
Jesus.
So what? I just rolled a D10 and that's my hit die.
Whatever your health is.
Wow, fine.
Also, I'm very angry because I just had to watch. I just saw a video. Apparently, people are back on this idea of biometric guns.
I see.
Okay,
I rolled a 3 at first, and then I re-rolled it to a 10.
there you go. That's why the system's good. Also, I was kind of expecting you guys to ask what's wrong with that, but okay.
Does 36 HP sound right for a level 4?
I have 35.
What's your con
I got
modifier?
38.
Oh no, Ben, didn't you miss two? Wait, did you miss 2 levels? What level
I
were
just
you?
took the 6 on the last one.
You could just look at the average health to see if it's around where it should be.
Okay, well, hold on. So,
Total average HP.
what's your con modifier?
mean-
15.
15.
Which is
That's +2. So at level 1 you'd have 14. Then on average you would gain 8 a level. So if you didn't, I mean obviously you've rolled for most of them I think. So it'd be
I think I only rolled for this one. That's
14.
so
Well, so your
14 plus.
first level is
Oh yeah,
always
14 plus
highest
12 for the
roll.
first 2 levels. Because I took the 6, I think,
Okay.
is 26, and then I just got a 10, so 36 makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, damn, that's I have that seems really
Have you been rolling for every level?
yeah. Well,
I
I
haven't.
also have plus 12 from Constitution because my Constitution goes crazy.
Yeah, that's probably it. Is
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
Constitution
have
build.
a roll of 23 with my average of 33 health.
I mean,
My
realistically, it's
fixed
fine.
is
You have full
35,
damage.
and I have 30.
No matter what, even if you have low health for a barbarian, which I don't think you necessarily do, you're a barbarian, so you take half damage anyways. So
Yeah.
essentially, just double your health, whatever it's at, and that's really what your health is. So yeah.
Does he take half from everything? Or so that's what's
Except the
If I
exception
choose
is
the
psychic.
bear, if I
Well,
choose the
if you're
bear,
playing that specific subclass.
That he can also he can be immune to everything though. I think with bear, right? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I
no.
get not immune. I'm resistant to almost everything. So,
What I'm saying is that normal barbarians, they're only resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and
Really? Oh, right.
Slashing?
Good point.
slashing.
Good point. But yeah, but then if you take the right one, it's everything but psychic.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have to do for Senuda. All right. So, yeah, you guys wake up the next day. You're in Frosthome. What would you like to do?
Glinda's the magic one, right?
Correct.
I wanna go to Glinda.
I'm
Alright.
going there as well because I have the 5 pieces of the chest we broke with the glyphs or whatever.
Oh yeah, and you scribble down the thing. So.
Yeah.
Does the other two want to go there as well?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
what, the magic shop?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you have any money.
No,
I
I don't.
think
I'm
all
just
of
one to
us
go.
are getting a bit low on money, but
Well, actually, no, I haven't been here. I got 27. Never mind. How do I only have 27?
Hmm.
I've apparently always been low. Okay.
you've always been low.
Or no, I think I contributed to the.
Oh yeah, was Ben here when we bought the one thing?
We
Because
got the
did
bracelet.
an item? Yeah. Did you? Oh, so did you attune to that? Do you have the buff? Or is
Me?
that the bracer? Yeah,
Ranger
no, we
braces
did
are.
everything, right? Yeah. So Ben, like, did you add it to your inventory?
I got one bracer that I've had since like the beginning of the game. I don't know. I don't think I did the
Or
other one.
didn't we buy the other one, or was that for
No,
Lawson? I
that
can't
was
remember.
for
The other
Lawson's
one
thing.
gave it to me.
Okay, he only has one of it. Okay. I know we
Yeah, I think.
finished one of them, and the other one we have a full set.
What?
Well, I think
No,
we
it
got.
should be. You should
No,
have
we
just
got
one full
two
set.
individual bracers,
Yeah, you have a full
which
set.
make one full set.
Because you have the one that Korg picked up, and then you have the one you bought. That's the full
Oh,
set.
okay.
There's not two. I'm not making you combine two different sets. There's
No,
two
I'm
sets
saying
out
I
there.
No,
thought they both had different
No,
magic items.
no,
That's why I'm confused. Okay.
no. It was one half of the same magic item. So I guess seeing Var, you have to fight Korg to get the other half.
Okay.
Summons wolf.
bracers of archery, so I don't think Korg has any reason.
Have any reason to.
So, yeah, but do you want to just give Yingvar the other bracer, Korg?
Sure. I got like no reason to keep it. So.
Money.
Completely forgot it was him that had that one. I'll be honest.
Oh, what? So you didn't? What? So you were like? you
No,
can't
he
make
was
it
just
yet?
he was using it last session. I guess even though technically he should have had to have waited for you. 'Cause I forgot you had the other half.
I had the other one.
But at the same time, wasn't he here when we bought it, and that was the whole
No,
reason
he
we
was
were
not here
like,
when we bought it.
I was.
he
That
was.
was like that was the end of the session.
Oh, you were here. You're right. You're right.
Because
Oh,
we
yeah,
literally
he
had the
was.
whole thing of
Oh, I'm
paying and
confused.
splitting.
Okay, no, I'm confused because he was here when you guys bought it, but then the next
Mhm.
session when you talked to Stain, he was not here. That's
Mhm.
why. That's where my confusion's at. Okay, now I'm putting it together. All right.
Okay.
So I guess technically you could have given him them there, but whatever. All right. So yeah, you guys are at Glinda. Same disarray as normal. What would you like to do?
Well, I have these 5 broken pieces of the chest that was scribed with what was it? Preserving magic of some kind?
Yes, they seemingly locked the box in some sort of stasis so that the goods inside didn't decay at all,
Yeah.
despite the presumably thousands of wherever years have passed. Probably more hundreds, but whatever.
Nah, the millions of years.
It's not that old. I can tell you that much. So would you like to? You want to approach her with that?
Yeah.
Have you finally got anything from the ruins for me?
Well, we had to break it in order to be able to bring it back, but
Uh,
we have a
wait, who just
old
left?
chest
Oh,
plus
Cedric.
lion.
Cedric crashed.
Okay. See.
He's offline too, so he crashed.
Yeah, I think his internet exploded,
Huh.
is my guess.
Well, I guess we'll see if he comes. We'll do this, and then we'll wait for him to come back. All right, continue.
Yeah, I have these pieces of a box that seemed to have be glyphs or some kind of magic imbued into it to preserve not only a box but whatever's inside of it as well. And I've even wrote it down as well in case it's hard to decipher from the broken pieces I have here.
Interesting. That is a very rare magic. It's almost a lost art. Few people can still use magic like this, and most of them are the court mages in the Elven Kingdoms. Those snotty pieces of. Well, anyways, I think I could. I'd be happy to buy this from you. What is your price?
Hmm. Without just saying a value, am I, considering what they said about it being so special and stuff, am I able to sort of like decide on like what seems like a really good value or something, other than like without just like a value and hoping it's good or something? If
Welcome
that
back,
makes
Brian.
sense.
I guess make an a.
My internet died, so now I'm on my phone.
Oh, I could tell the difference. All right. Uh, let's see. Just so you know, we can hear like the AC in the background now.
Oh, and that's my fan. I'm not even near it. You can still hear it?
Yeah, a little bit. All right. So, also a dog. God, I don't even know what you would roll for this, to be honest. Yeah, I really need to just pick an appraisal skill and stick to it because that's something I've never picked.
The closest thing I can think of would just be persuasion, because I guess, but I don't know. I'm
No,
trying to
eh.
read off of
it,
these
it,
and
it
think
would
what would
I
work.
feel like it would definitely be something with intelligence, in my opinion. The wisdom would
Nature.
also work.
I mean, it could be
Yes,
investigation.
nature. Uh, oh wait, it's just insight actually. I guess would be it. It'd be insight. All right, give me an insight check.
I'd be
Alright.
pretty insightful. Too bad I can't do that.
Don't worry, I got a 5.
I mean, you have no idea. You haven't sold very many magic items in your life and time, and there's not any stories don't focus on selling magic items. They focus on finding them in ancient and dangerous places. So, yeah, you're not in the wiser about how much it would be worth.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna go with the fact that a lot of magic things are usually expensive, so I'll say 50 gold for it.
50. Well, as I said, even with this, figuring re-engineering this magic will be quite the big endeavor. I don't think I can do 50. How does 40 sound?
I mean, surely 50 can't be that bad to keep at for you, considering once you figure out how to copy it and replicate it once, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to continue to replicate it afterwards.
Well, I do not know how much. What is the material components of this magic? For all I know, this magic could cost diamonds and diamonds to use.
Then how about 45? Since it's still quite old, so
Deal.
odds are. Okay.
She is very happy with that price. She accepts 45.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, she goes over to her desk and she counts off your coins for you and gives it to you.
All right. Yeah, like even before doing it, like, yeah, 50 is probably low, but I don't know that.
I'll do it for 5 million gold.
All right. That not even kingdoms have that much gold. I don't think she has that much gold
I'm not-
considering where she lives.
I was thinking 100, but it's like I don't know if it's a case of that. If I say two big numbers,
mean-
it doesn't be like no.
I probably wouldn't.
Well, that's the bargaining tactic. You
The-
say a way too large number, and
It's
then
true.
you reduce it.
He's right.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they could just be like, "You're ridiculous, and you have no idea what you're talking about here." And then, like, "Oh."
I will say this: 50 was in my head was the price I was thinking about. Because it wouldn't be like super valuable because there's no guarantee she'll be able to figure out what the magic is and how to use it.
Yeah.
But the chance of it is still worth quite a bit. The
Yeah.
chance to learn it, because as she said, this is very rare magic, and there's also might be with how she talked about the elven court mages. There's probably some sort of animosity there.
Mhm.
Hmm. I'm trying to figure out. I was looking at the wrong thing. No wonder I couldn't find what I'm looking for. I'm trying to figure out what I said. The price of the magic item, ring a spell, was it?
Oh, the price of the thing I messaged you about?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
was it a price, or was it something you said I had to find?
Oh, I think she wanted you to. I think okay. I believe I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot and bad taking notes. But I believe she wanted you to find something that she'd give it to you if you could prove what the ruins were.
Okay.
That's what it was. All right. Does anyone else have
Be able to
business here?
reconnect with me. I have lore stuff to ask, but I never
That's all.
reconnect to my.
We can
computer.
wait on that for you. Don't worry. All right. Anyone else?
Nar.
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 All right.
I kind of know. I can kind of guess what you wanted to ask, Cedric.
Yeah, I don't think it's that surprising.
No. Might be surprising if you. I mean, there might be something surprising about it. For her. It's just so you other guys know, it's just gonna be the fact that he just straight up asked, "Do you know Glinda?" to the werebore.
Yeah.
All right, Cedric. Now give your not at all biased by what I just said question. Thought he was reconnected. Are you having microphone trouble?
Well, you were cutting in and out, so I think it's a Wi-Fi issue.
Your internet's still
Yeah.
booting up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick 5-minute
So-
break so you can get ready.
Also, Dave, so what was it that she needed to know or whatever for the magic item?
She wants something that proves what the city is, what the ruins are.
Okay.
Did you already ask her about the glyphs?
Yeah, the box.
Hmm.
I
Was it
assume
anything interesting?
It was the box that we built, the preserving box, because yeah, it was just preserving box maybe, and then sold it for 40 gold ish. You know, maybe she would recognize the black robes.
Honestly, maybe. She's magic. They're magic.
Mm.
Maybe.
Everyone knows all magic people know each other.
That's so true.
You know, it tracks that you're saying that, considering what's probably going to be your question to her.
Give me 1 sec. I'm getting a phone call. Right
Mm.
back.
I'm back. Why is Singvar?
Well, right as Lawson leaves.
Why is he deaf and muted?
Because he got a phone call.
Ugh, Gringe.
And literally happened a second before you came back.
Hold on, let me see if he's still playing Monster Hunter. So
He's not.
He's not? Okay, then I will actually wait for him to get back, because he might actually be listening for once. So I will wait for him to get back.
Also, at some point, I need to ask about the robe. Maybe it's something she knows. Totally.
I like that idea, Artemis.
It's the robe of the Magi.
Yes, I gave you 2 Robe of the Magi. There was a whole Robe of the Maga? It is red.
Well, no, this one's black.
Oh, you were talking about the black. I just figured you were talking about the red ones.
Robe.
The back.
I mean, both.
Well,
I
they're the
have-
same
I have-
design. There's different
Yeah,
colors. To be fair, they're the same design, just different colors.
So I can just be like, so what do you think of these 2 robes that we found at the ruins?
She's like, Nani? Where did you get that from? I've only heard about those in ancient scriptures.
She's an elf. She could, whatever they are. She would probably. Actually, maybe not, because I did say elves only live to like 400 in my world, so I don't know.
Oh, Lauren, she's an elf. Didn't you just have her earlier talking shit about elves, or was it
Well,
druids?
elf court mages.
Okay.
She was basically talking the gentry of the elves. That's what she's talking bad about. She's talking about a certain type of elf.
That's valid.
So still racism.
No, it's
Well,
classism.
more-
It's classism. Because she just doesn't like rich people, essentially.
Okay, fine, classism. I knew it was one of the two. Either they were a different type of elf, or they're just wealthy elves.
Yeah, they just have high paying jobs, essentially. She is, a freelance entrepreneur complaining about corporate people. That's the
They're
best way to
successful
describe
at
it.
their jobs, and she's just like, fuck them. They make more money than I do.
Exactly. Correct. Now you're understanding it.
Why am I in this backwater town in the middle of fuckwhere?
Yeah, now you're getting it. Oh wait, I have an idea to run by you guys. I was thinking to help with like the lore situation. Since we have this YouTube channel, we might as well use it to full effect. And I was thinking about making, instead of like just doing like writing out the lore stuff, to make videos about it to help. And kind of the idea would be, it'd be good for me because I just like writing this stuff, but also would help you guys to just understand it better. So what are your thoughts on that idea?
I mean, that sounds fine by me.
I mean, I like I like when it's written down, just because.
Well, I wouldn't stop the writing it
I-
down,
if-
but I would also just make video formats of it.
Yeah.
you could do that. That would, yeah.
That'd be
As long as it's still written down so we can refer to it,
Yeah,
but the
that's the
video would
goal.
be probably help better memory or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'd also just allow me to explain more without having you guys read novels. To be honest, though, I mean, like today, I like what I did today with the lore because I was literally just writing this just for balancing the stuff down about I can't speak for the property stuff. I just needed to write down and have a consistent breakdown of how time works. And in just writing that, I ended up writing the whole thing. I just came up with the whole idea of the Tempest season I'm just writing that, you know. And that's a really nice thing to have in the world. And I have so many ideas now off of that.
The time system lore page? Okay, there it is.
It's in lore, yeah.
David, they can perform stronger spells like mass
Shut
power word
up.
kill.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Strong?
Well, my kind of now this is very early days, so don't take this as gospel. The idea is that that'll be it, so that like if you can cast level 3 spells during Tempest season, you will be able to cast a single level 4 spell.
Oh.
But then you guys will love this. One of the downside is that what I mean by more erratic is wild magic.
Mhm.
There's an entire season of wild magic.
David, now here's the important question everyone has been asking for the answer for.
That's okay.
Fish bum. Can
Fish
it be
rum.
important?
Fish rum cannot be imported to Frosthome.
No.
No. Unfortunately, you do not have business contact with the Darrow, so fish rum is not available. Though who knows? Maybe fish rum will be a part of the trade of like how Calzatan trades with the Drow. Maybe they'll start trading fish rum.
Yeah. And we literally helped them, and it's a month later, and they still aren't selling it. What the fuck?
Well, again, it's 3 months time to just travel between Frosthome and Calzatan. They're very far apart.
Worry about that. Then I'll remember this, David, in 3 more months.
Okay, you can hold me to it. I'll still probably say no, but
Hey, yeah, I'll at least need to know if, like, there's been any word about, like, oh, hey, they came back and the trade's back. Maybe there's interesting things. Someone get info.
okay, sure. I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot more important things that the traders are going to bring word about, but I'll see about including fish rum in those rumors. Sure.
Also, yeah, before I read the lore, I was wondering how many days were in each month, and I guessed 40, and I was right.
Yes. Well, I love how I changed some things, but I still wanted to make it, understandable. That's why I didn't touch day night cycle. If I change that, everything goes out the windows in terms of us understanding it.
Yeah.
At least the months it's still understandable. You know. I do like the I do like
No.
how one thing I am kind of worried about is that eventually I am gonna have to break down all of the different like month and season layouts. But for now I'm good.
Mhm.
For now I'm safe. But eventually I'm gonna have to do that.
Is Foki the entire realm or
Foki
whatever?
is the world. It's the name of the world.
Okay.
There's different names for it by species, but humans use Foki, which is originally an elven term if I remember correctly.
What do dwarves use?
When I write more concrete words for lore about the dwarves, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah, so Foki is originally the Elvish name for it, and then humans just kind of stole that.
Alright. Also, as a suggestion, question mark, idea for a building, something for paper and what, so stories, scrolls, spells, stuff like that, maybe.
Library.
Now,
A library makes sense. Yeah, something like a library that could actually make sense. I like that. I like that idea.
Like you have to have specifically like magic workers or something like that who are more expensive. And then I don't know if you're gonna have like it with the spell portion if it's ever usable or if it's like full close to your cantrips or something like that. But
No, I like that a lot, especially so if I want to integrate it into like units. That could be like how you can recruit some like low level magic units.
Mhm.
So that's actually I like that suggestion quite a lot.
Not the library building.
I'm gonna kill you. Stop it.
Man, I can't believe you didn't even do a library. Like, at least that's incorrect, but it's still correct somewhere.
I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream.
Yeah.
You know
If
what?
anything, I
You
don't know.
deserve.
Maybe if you allow cantrips and spell schools, we can make whatever our characters can use, like can cast, and only our troops can use it as like a one-time consumable.
That's an interesting idea. I guess if I were to do that, it'd probably be like you give it to special units. Would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's like special units can have them on them. You know that makes a lot of sense. When, God, it's a good thing no one's gonna watch this because I am embarrassing myself right now in terms of spelling. It's also ruining the joke I've been trying to make. This will have to do. Well, this is what you get for making fun of me. That is not as big as I was hoping, but whatever. It eats you. It eats you, Cedric.
What does blood even mean by that?
Who in the world?
Biblioteca?
Yeah.
It's Spanish for library. Who is this? Why is this a token I have unlocked? What is this from?
Alfred the Hunter.
Like, I'm sorry. What are you from? What?
No, yo, the new lore, the hunter has a brother.
Falcon the Hunter. What?
So that means we have to ask: is it Lockin a hunter, and he's just a hunter, or is he Lockin the hunter?
Okay, he's from. Okay. He's an NPC from one of the intro. The God dang it, I can't speak. From one of the starting guides, like starting box sets, the adventures that come with them. He's from there. Okay, that makes sense. Here's an interesting token I have access to.
Warthog the Thunderboar?
Obviously, yeah. You never heard of Gorthok?
Allosaurus.
Allosaurus.
What?
Who the fuck is this?
Maps did not
Not
like
the dragon.
Allosaurus, guys, because my thing crashed from Allosaurus.
Oh.
The Amines? He fought one of those, I think. No, you didn't fight him. You've talked to him though.
I don't think we talked to Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, you did. He
I
was
feel
one.
like I remember talking to Jabba the Hutt.
Well.
Why is it Jabba the Hutt with like?
Oh no, okay, I remember. I used
shades and mohawk?
You've seen them. You haven't talked to her, talked to them, and you did see them at some point with some of the devil stuff that we've talked about. They were they were the NPC devils that I used was Amines.
Mm.
So they're funny. They are Jabba the Hutt looking. God, how long is this call gonna take?
Yeah.
Animated broom.
Well, there you go. That's got to be my next monster, isn't it? Animated broom.
Animated rug of smother.
I've fought one of those before. They're terrifying.
Oh wait, hold on. Furry.
Where are you guys getting all these
I'm just
from?
scrolling down the monsters list.
This guy looks like a Doom monster. Doom
does,
Yeah.
demon.
yeah.
He reminds me of like the flying.
He's the one-eyed
guy.
one.
Yeah, the Keiko demon.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you.
Gecko demon.
The assassin. It's just a
Oh
knife.
my god, guys! It's
Yes, the
it's
assassin.
Gates.
Well, not just any knife. It's specifically. That's actually. Why is that the assassin's profile? That's a poison dagger.
Well, there's also this, which is actually.
Oh, that's the new one. But yeah, the old one. It's funny because that's just a magic item, and that's what the photo is. The art from. That makes no
Yeah.
sense.
What is this thing? Oh.
what thing?
The owl killer. Whatever
Hold.
fucking thing.
Now
What is this thing?
this is something I will never fight.
Asteroid spider?
Yes.
Or the
Awakened
island-
tree.
This is what happens when.
Oh yeah,
hey,
awakened tree, which is
hold
like,
on.
dude, I saw the spell for the tree. It's useless. Why would you ever use that spell?
Because you like nature.
Because it's funny, it's cool, it's funny and cool.
It literally takes like multiple hours, and you get a single tree that dies in like a punch in the nuts.
Well, I think the idea is you make a bunch of them. Like you make a whole forest of awakened trees, and use them as like
The-
guards.
Hey,
The
you
older
guys want
basilisk
a
looks
bear
so
hag?
much better than the new one.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I thought this said bear hug at first, and it was just spelt weird.
Bear.
Animated, flying.
I mean, wouldn't you want a hug from that?
No. You want, how about black pudding?
How about the
Now that
anus
black
sound?
pudding looks delicious. Also, okay, I want to see something funny. This thing, the Bargeist. Can you guess what this is?
What?
It's a
What
goblin.
is What?
This is some goblins get cursed and turn into these. I'm not kidding.
Blue salad.
Blue salad. Yes, that's definitely what that says.
Pretty sure that's How to Train Your Dragon's
I
dragon.
want a boggle.
Boggle.
Alright, David. Basic bitch human wizards.
Well, they're the same. They're the same art, just one's way zoomed in, which is the funniest part to
Yeah.
me.
I have.
Yeah,
to
it's
take
funny
a-
how the new one is the zoomed in one. They gave less detail with the newer one than the legacy.
I'll be back. I gotta take a crap.
Yeah, it's fine. Lawson, as usual, holding us up.
Yep.
Even when he's not here, he delays the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works when someone's not here.
Well, god dang it! Why don't they have an updated version of these guys? These guys are so cool.
The cadaver.
Yeah. Legitimately one of my favorite like monster designs. I don't remember if you actually use them, but that's besides the point. There's so many good monsters I've never used. It makes me mad.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, like
Azer
a goon balloon.
Shut up! Goon Balloon is not a real thing. It's not real. I refuse to
But
believe
it
it's real.
is.
It's not real. It's not. There is no such. There is no Goon Balloon, and there is
There's no goon
Queen of
balloon in
England,
Ba Sing Se.
and there is no Queen of England. I can already think of what the episode name for this one's gonna be. The party does nothing.
Yeah, that do be a colossus.
These things are actually crazy. I would love to use one of these things, but I feel like
We only have to kill like 16 of them.
What?
Shadow of the Colossus reference.
yeah,
Okay.
I understood.
Okay.
But okay, let's see. How many HP? We'll get some guesses in here.
So I think it's actually 13, but whatever. It's gonna be. It's gonna be 900.
550. Speed 60.
Bruh.
Senses true sight 300 feet. Resistances radiant and necrotic. Hold on. You're telling me this thing? What you found? Oh boy, you found Fafnir. You're telling me this thing is normal? It takes normal damage to bludgeoning, piercing, and resistant and slashing weapons that aren't magical. It's a stone giant. Come on. Although this thing also has 4 legendary resistances a day, which is interesting.
I love me a flail snail. That picture kind of sucks.
Hold on, I gotta look up.
Something.
What is the
Hold
Goon
on.
Balloon from? Oh, we looked this up before. It's from Magic. It's from
It's Spelljammer.
Yeah, it's both a Spelljammer. Which again, my thoughts on that are the same as guns. Don't play D&D if you want Spelljammer.
I think that's a wrong opinion.
Alright, yeah. I mean, you can disagree, but that's just kind of how I feel it. You know, there's other role playing tabletop games for a reason. You should just stick with what
Yeah,
we should stick with their
but-
specialty. You know.
Sometimes you don't want to learn an entirely new system.
Eh.
That's why I pretty much exclusively play 5e.
I guess that's the argument. To me, though, one tabletop game I want to get really bad one day, and I want to play it with you guys, is Monsters and Mutants. Because apparently, how it works is that for your character, you get 2 random superpowers and like a 1 random weakness or something like that. It sounds
That's what I'm saying.
super fun, and I want to try it so bad.
Okay, but how do we get it?
I just have to buy
Wait,
the book.
hold on. I have an idea on what to check.
Tabletop RPG.
Yep.
Yep.
It looks like opening it. I don't need to open it. Hold on. Workshop. Okay, what's it called?
Mon- Superheroes and Mutants, something like that. I don't even remember what I just said. I'll be honest. Mutants and Masterminds. I think. Yes, mutants and Masterminds.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
It sounds so fun.
There's a lot of giant stuff.
There is one, but
Sorry guys, I'm back. I had to check on my mom.
Oh,
She
Ben's gone.
Yeah,
that's fine.
we got away from Ben.
She what did she do? Hold on, she sent the text about it.
No, we've been waiting on you
No.
because for once you've been actually kind of paying attention, so we've been waiting on you. We'll
And now we're waiting on Ben. 'cause he
Well,
went
I
to
mean,
poop.
the same Ben. He wouldn't pay attention anyways. We can just fill him in.
no.
All right,
Well,
so
I suppose I might as well load up Monster
I
Hunter.
swear to God, if you do that, and the whole reason we didn't just continue without you is because you did actually close Monster Hunter for the gate session. All right,
David, do you want to know something?
what?
I didn't close Monster Hunter, it crashed.
Wow, it sounds like all those reviewers are right. Anyways, so Cedric, go ahead and ask your questions.
Well, what's that tattoo on your neck?
She kind of,
the one of the beholder.
you see her kind of like her hand goes to her throat. Why do you ask?
So it's Monster House. Great
Dude,
movie.
I just realized my survival rolls have a +9 to them. That's crazy.
Well, there was this guy that we met that had the exact same tattoo.
Did you know? And
Yeah.
did you happen to catch his name?
Yeah, it was Jekyll.
Make an insight check. I'll say if you want to also roll, just put yourself at the table and specify that you're paying attention to the conversation.
I mean,
So that's a
still
nat one.
no reason to go away, but that's gonna be rough with that nat one.
I
Lawson,
think it'd be fun.
do you want to bother rolling considering he got in that one?
I got an at 20.
Oh,
Did you really? Okay.
Yeah, 20
all
plus
right.
2.
well, I guess it all comes down.
Yeah,
to
okay,
the
comes down
score.
to you. I'll say the nat 20 and nat 1 counteract. Oh, God. I'll say,
Well, one
no,
thing
okay. Yingvar, advantage because of the nat 20. There you go.
I mean, I can also just bardic inspiration, and I have luck points now, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna help.
Oh,
us.
God, you have luck
should bardic.
points?
Save
You,
it, like
you
I
should
said,
give him
I-
Bardic.
Yeah, I was in it. I from this.
All right. Okay, you
I had to
want to use your bardic, Lawson?
Yeah. What is it? A D6?
6. Still. Does it get a D8? Next level, okay.
So I think that's a 13.
All right,
It's not the worst.
Jekyll,
It's
you
above
say.
half.
And what did this Jekyll want?
Well, he was just kind of a salesman. Actually, kind of similar to you, just less fancy digs. Establishment.
I see.
So I don't.
Well, then I am very happy you took that preservation box to me. Jekyll is a cheap steak. Cheap sake. I can't. God dang it.
Gate.
Cheapskate?
Jekyll is a cheapskate. He's famous in my order for undercutting customers. So make sure you bring anything you wish to sell to me before him. And do me a favor, just maybe don't mention my name around him. And she slides a purse towards you guys of money.
Okay.
Also, for the
Is
record,
it?
you can always ask for insight rolls on anything you want. I'll only ask for insight rolls for very specific reasons. But if you
That's
if you
fair.
still want an insight for any other reason, that you guys have to specify that.
For very specific reasons.
Shut up! I
Yeah,
have a speech
I wasn't
impediment.
gonna say anything.
I hate both of you. Okay, look.
I just think it was okay. I think it's really funny how you tried to say cheapskate 3 times, said man I can't talk, and then mispronounced it a 4th time.
Shut. Look, it's just cause I'm such a big brain man, okay?
Big brain.
I mean, my brain just runs faster than my mouth, you know. I'm like my
Yeah,
brain
you're
is.
very big brain.
I mean, you've
That's
seen
what
me.
that brain do.
My head is almost as big as creator of the white race Jacobs. So yeah, you should know that's why I have trouble speaking.
I don't know what any of that meant.
You don't have to. Don't worry about it. Don't look that up.
I
His head
won't.
is almost as big as Angstrom Levy.
Oh, okay, well, legitimately, that's probably what Angstrom Levy's based off of in terms of design. It is probably based off Jakob. Now that I think about it,
Did y'all watch the
Yes.
I've never.
finale?
I've only watched clips.
I don't know what any of this is about.
Invincible.
Invincible?
Well,
Okay,
guys, you
I
did it wrong. You were supposed to say title card.
Title
Yeah.
card.
I will say
Title card.
this. I find it hilarious that people think Jeffrey Dean Morgan was gonna be a bad voice actor. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an amazing actor. Period. So I think he probably did a fine
Yeah.
job.
Oh, he did. It was great. Also, sorry, I was scrolling through the thing. Type into the monsters in the token thing like lycanthropickle.
What?
Oh my God, that's from the Rick and Morty collab. I might need to get that just for that. It's a small plant. I think we can imagine what that's referencing.
Well, I can't throw a pickle.
Pickle Rick.
So yes, would you like to accept her bribe money, despite knowing full well? Oh, welcome back, Korg.
What?
Essentially, okay. So what you miss is that they talked to Glinda. She said, "Do not bring do not bring magic items to the other person, the werebore Jekyll, that because he will undercut you." And then she said she slid a purse across the table at you guys, saying, "Don't tell him I'm here." Essentially, so she's trying to buy your silence that she exists. Essentially,
Is there some sort of
Keep in mind that we did already mention her name.
that's is there some sort of fight? What is there? Is there something going on between the two of you, and it's just you both don't want to deal with each other, or what's? Why are you so concerned about him hearing about you?
Do you not know what buying silence means? Look, I. It's a complicated situation, but yes, I would say I have a personal issue with Jekyll. Although I suppose, really, this money I would like you to not mention my existence to anyone with this tattoo, if you would be so kind. But yes, I do
Okay.
have.
Interesting.
Jekyll in particular is the worst of the worst.
Can I roll an insight to see if she actually knows who Jekyll is?
Sure.
Why would she give us money to just say don't tell a random person about me? That
well,
might
because she
You might not
because
know,
she's
and it
trying to
could
get
just be
us to not
compensation.
sell to him and only
Yeah.
to sell to her. So you know,
Yes,
it could just be a
her anger towards Jekyll is very real. She does definitely actually have a personal issue with Jekyll.
okay.
Do you have
Do
any
you get
questions, Benton?
what
I heard you
would
try to say something, but you got cut off
happen
by
to him?
Brian.
I was just wondering, like, this isn't being said, but like maybe we take the bribe money and then we actually try to see if he's undercutting it, like physically test if he's undercutting.
That's
Well, I mean,
an interesting idea.
Mhm.
Like
we
this,
know
like,
that
I'm not saying
he
this like out
sells
loud to
health
her.
potions for much less.
Yeah, they could be drugged. I don't know, but
Fish rum?
essentially, essentially, like we ask him how much he would pay for the would be willing to pay for this item. Then we say, "All right, I'll think on it," and then we go to Glinda and ask the same
Mhm.
question.
I mean, I'm down to do that next time we get an item. That's clever.
That's actually a really good idea, Korg. That's a great. That's actually legitimately a great idea.
Now,
I don't know if it's
my
in character or
question
not,
to you
but
is, would you care if anything was to happen to Jekyll?
Well, hold on.
Hold on, let me type my notes out and then I'll address that. What's your alignment, Artemis? Hold on.
I'm not saying to kill him. I'm just saying, like, dude,
That's what it
like,
sounds like, though.
that is really what it sounded like.
womp womp.
Silence. Okay. Okay. So re-ask your question for me.
I'm not asking it in a way of, are you fine if we kill him? I'm trying to ask if it's like, is it someone we need to worry about, or just kind of ignore him?
I would just. I would just be careful about selling anything to him. He won't. He's not one that's quick to violence, I would say, and in terms of the stuff he's willing to part with, he has fine prices. However, it is purely in the acquisitions that our differences lie.
Okay,
so
I see.
saying it's fine to buy
Well,
from him and sell to him.
Yes, does seem to be what she is saying.
what about like other members of this order you talked about? Are they dangerous?
Hmm. It is a question that often depends on which member of my order you encounter. Some most definitely would be if you had an item of great enough value, they might prove a danger. There are there are very good reasons why I do not want my name to be spread amongst them in my location. So yes, just do be careful if any of you meet with this tattoo.
See.
Interesting.
So yes, will you accept the bribe money?
And then money is money.
Okay, it's 20 gold.
20 gold just to not mention to Jekyll that she's
Of
here.
which we already did.
So we each get 5.
Of which you immediately did when you met Jekyll.
Yeah.
So I'm not going. Like, if they're
Don't
taking
mention
take some time, but I'm not going to be the one grabbing it.
Okay.
Actually, I was out on guard, so I didn't hear that conversation theoretically.
No,
Me
you
too.
definitely did. You heard it. You heard it. You just weren't. But I mean, you have the plausible deniability if you wanted to say, "Oh well, I wasn't there for that conversation." You would be telling the truth if that ends up coming up down the line.
So then either me or Lawson should take the money.
Yeah, probably.
To be
That I
fair,
guess I
the
suppose
only
that'd be
part
the safest
Cedric,
option.
because Cedric was the one who was just like, "Hey, so do you know about this person?"
I will say, Cedric would most definitely get if it ever comes up where she knows you gave away her name and you did still take the money, Cedric would be rolling deception no matter what. The rest of you might be able to make it a persuasion roll instead of
Or
a
it'd be like
deception.
a really low, like
Well, let's see here.
success
My
rate.
dis-
Or like, I
my-
mean, really like low DC.
Well, don't worry. My deception
Okay.
and persuasion are 9.
my
Yeah.
deception
Here-
roll, my deception of -2 or my persuasion of -2.
Well, I'm not saying
here's the thing.
whoever takes it has to be the one to do it, but it's just particularly Cedric would probably be it would be
Mhm.
harder to convince her if he is the one that did it. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. This, because listen, I don't really trust her, but also if she's like in actual danger, if we tell her, I feel like she does have the right to know if. But that's the question is if she would actually be in danger or not.
I guess from what you know so far, she's implied she's in danger from some members of the guild. You just don't know if that would include Jekyll,
Yeah.
or if it is just their personal relationship that is the reason she
Dude,
doesn't
it's
want
like-
him knowing she's around.
It's like Creature Commandos.
What?
I don't know if David's seen.
No, I
that
have
or
not.
That's
'Cause
unfortunate.
I am leaning towards telling her.
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
go
I
ahead and
don't I don't want
retract
to,
my previous statement.
but also I'm.
Well, you can always just tell her later. See how the situation develops.
Yeah,
We
but you
need
can't
the
really do
money.
that after you take the gold.
So just don't
But
take
you
the
could
gold.
the
you could
money.
just lie. You could lie and tell her we didn't tell him what he
Need the
found out or
money.
something like that.
So Lawson, take. Actually, no, I'll take it because I do have a higher deception if
Alright.
it does come up.
All right, Korg, you take the money? It's if you take the money, you take the money.
I take the money. I won't say a word to him.
All right.
And I specifically use me personally, not us as a group.
All right.
That's
All right, there you go. All right, does anyone else have anything else they wish to ask her about or buy?
Yeah, how's your day going?
Oh yeah.
Fine.
so we-
She says in a
so we're
very she says in a very like brash, rude accent when she says "fine" to you. Question, Cedric.
She just don't like you.
It's more so that she's being sarcastic.
last time I asked Linda about a magical weapon. Was it like stupid expensive?
I think it was 50 gold
So yes.
for a quarterstaff.
no.
So not. I mean, you could ask her if she has any other weapons.
Yeah, and also, yeah, I would be like, okay. On a side note, I happen to be in the market for a new weapon. Would you be able to?
Unrelated to the 20 gold I just got. I'm looking to buy
Unrelated. I'm definitely not able to buy something now, or potentially able to buy something now.
All right. I will say I'm determining this stuff pretty much at random. So let's see what let's see what
Please
the
be the
roll.
weapon I need.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Well,
supposed to be a
first,
normal field trip.
Let's see
what
what
weapon are
the
you going for? What weapon are you going for? What's
I've had my interest in a scimitar lately.
okay? A scimitar. Okay. So we're gonna start off high or low. If it will be a simple or martial weapon. So high or low.
High.
That's high. There you go. Okay. So now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 martial
And
weapons.
scimitar is one of them.
And so you have a 1 in 18 chance.
We also do 19 or 20 is
Yeah.
19 reroll, 20 is I pick.
I guess it's pretty much the same thing. Uh,
No, reroll is I think I
you know what?
I don't
You know
want
what?
to
Because it's deciding if it's the weapon you want. You can go ahead and roll it. Roll a d20.
roll a d20. All right.
Yes.
And I'm assuming you're not telling me which number from 1 to 18 it is.
Nope.
You think it would be possible, David, at some point to have like a homebrewed magical item where it's like something for my wolf, whether it be like armor or something like that? Was it a
Are you
4
willing to
for
kill an
both your guys'
armadillo?
rolls?
Oh.
Yeah, you go for the 4.
Yeah.
Both rolled a 4.
Artemis, you want to use a luck point?
I can't. It's my rules or rules against me.
I'm gonna allow it if you want to use it for this.
Is it a really bad weapon?
It's a great axe. 4 is a great axe.
Oh. Oh, great. I mean,
So,
I
I
mean
mean,
that's useful,
Bad?
but
Like,
that would be useful, but still, it's not what I'm looking for.
Like-
That's
how much are we gonna do in this session? Do I need the luck points?
probably not. I'll be honest.
Ben,
Besides,
it's
I
up to
kind of want
you.
to flesh out what she has. You know, we'll take. So she will have a great axe. But we'll take with it a second thing too. So I do want to just flesh out her inventory a bit more.
so. What is it? Another roll, or is it?
Yeah, so just another d20 if he's willing to use it, which we're probably not getting to much this session considering it's already 11.
Ben, do you want to roll again for a second stock? Okay, sure. Here you go.
Yay. 15. Oh, great. What's 15?
Okay, 15. Well, God, yeah, I'll say this: you were 2 off. It's a trident. It's a trident.
But
I think that's versatile, but I don't know if like this version of the dual wielder feat lets me
Yeah. Okay.
use
So yeah,
versatile.
trident is versatile.
But I don't know if I can use versatile.
So
Right?
the dual wielder feat is what you're questioning. Let's look at it.
Because it gives enhanced dual wielding, but I think that's the you can make an extra attack as a bonus action later on in the same turn with a different weapon.
I mean, why are you saying you can't use versatile? Because the only thing is, it just has to be a weapon that does not have two-handed property.
When you use your attack action with a weapon that has, so I guess the versatile weapon just has to be in the offhand. Right?
Yeah,
Mm,
that's
the
versatile
main.
works. You can use it with versatile. You just not when it's two-handed.
Okay,
Also, the
so
versatile would have to be your main weapon, because you need your second weapon to
Yeah.
be a light weapon for your Nick and for this.
So yeah, you
Okay.
could use a trident as your primary weapon.
is that
Yeah.
how enhanced dual wielding? It says when you use your attack action with a weapon that has the light property.
I mean, technically, with your Nick thing, it lets. I don't know.
I mean, I still need a scimitar to be able to do
Let's
it.
see.
But
Okay.
I mean, you could probably just go to Hadar and get
Yeah,
one.
no, I think I could guarantee get one from him, but this is the chance that I think a better.
I mean, it'll just be
Yeah.
one probably.
Okay, okay. So I think what it is that how the light property works is technically to use that you need to be using 2 light weapons, but we've never run it that way.
Without dual wielder though.
I would say with the combination of dual wielder and Nick, I would allow it. I'd say. So I would say you could use Trident as the primary weapon. That's how I'm gonna rule it. Since you have both of them, I'd allow it. So you
Both
could
of-
use a Trident and a Scimitar. I would allow it. Even though that's a very hilariously bad visual, realistically.
But
So
yeah,
the point of the dual wielder feat is like the main thing is it's supposed to let you use versatile weapons for dual wielding, which is the limitation of
Yeah.
dual wielding without it.
So yeah,
Mhm.
that
But for
would
some
work
rea-
then.
But for some reason, the enhanced dual wielding is worded weirdly, and it doesn't.
We will allow it. That's it. We'll just allow it. So yeah, you can use the Trident if you want to buy it. I will say Tridents are actually cheap on base. That means even though it's magical, it's still going to be pretty cheap.
do they have 10 feet range or is it still 5?
No, it's 5.
Okay.
The only weapons that have 10 feet is the whip, the pike, and every other. A whip is the only one-handed weapon with reach. Everything else is two-handed.
Okay.
All right. So would you like to buy the Trident?
How much is it? Yeah, what's the cost? So
55
the
gold.
55. If I didn't take the money, I could maybe have struck a bargain. But I did take the money, so I feel like that's off the table now.
How much money do you have?
47.
Well, you can still try to bargain with her. Like you can still bid her.
I can give you inspiration, or I can try and bargain for you if that's a thing we'll do.
I would say you could for this you can help him, but you can't do the bartering for him. I would say.
Well, then probably better for someone else to help, and I'll just give inspiration for +1 to 6.
Yeah, I like that for the role playing aspects of it. So yeah, Korg, he's giving you bardic inspiration, and then Cedric or Yingvar, would you like to help with give the help action?
I'll give the help action. Why not?
I think it'll work.
Okay, so name your price and what you want the price to actually be. Within reason.
Within reason?
Yes.
Example of within reason.
You can't say 1 gold piece and get it for 1 gold piece, you know? You have to.
Well,
So,
if it's a
like,
nat 20.
I would
I'm
say
assuming the more I try to drop it, the harder the check would
yes,
be.
correct.
That's... Okay. And I'm assuming as long as like even if like say I try to drop it 20 but I roll just below, they'd probably offer
They would
kinda
still
like the
they
ticker.
would still drop the price even if you that's not necessarily.
Yeah, there's
It would have to, unless
way
it's
I
a
think you can
catastrophic
do-
failure, like unless you get like a 4, they're still gonna lower the price, you know.
Mm.
Just not to what you said.
It's like, so, it sounds like you got a lot of people on your tail. I happen to be a guard for this very town. If you, I may not have the money to afford at full price for this current weapon, but if you're willing to strike a deal, I could maybe come to your aid at a later time. How would, say, 40 gold be?
All right,
This trident?
go ahead and roll persuasion.
With advantage, just help, and then you have a d6 you can add if needed.
Good thing I had advantage.
Yeah,
What was the alternative?
2
2.
Yep.
plus a wood.
And then
All
I'll add
right.
a d6. Why not? 15. All right.
I see. So you could say give advance warning if one of the people with this tattoo come into town.
Yes. Yes, I'd be willing to do that.
Very well. I will sell it to you for 40 then. That is a good bargain. So yeah, she'll sell it to you for 40.
Sweet.
That's
So I get to.
that's a great use of your backstory right there. I compliment you on that, Corey. That was a really good use. I quite enjoyed that.
Heroic inspiration for the two good things Cord has done this campaign or this session so far.
This campaign.
I mean, yes.
really-
This wow, Lawson, Jesus.
Not
mean,
even
but
here
when-
for half the session.
No,
I mean,
you really feel, Yingbot.
So
that's
is it a trident +1?
Yep, trident +1.
Trident of warning.
I mean, hey, you did say you could one.
It's a
Magic
full
field
trident.
Okay, so all that does is wait.
It's +1
Each
to
subject-
the hit and +1 the damage.
All right. Yeah, trident +1. Equipment, and now I should be able. So does that have to be?
Not attuned, I think. It's
No,
the
it is not
weapon
attuned.
itself is the bonus.
And then I can dual wield the flail and trident, right?
The flail, no. You need to, your off weapon still needs to be light, but not the flail.
For the Nick, you
Yeah.
do need a light offhand for that ability, or what?
Yeah.
Or just anything
I
that has.
don't have Nick. I need the scimitar for that.
Yeah.
But oh, you're saying for the dual wield, advanced dual wielding, I need one light weapon.
Yes, which is the scimitar. Scimitar that
Mhm.
does have light. I will say, I will say this: all the goblins and stuff you guys have been killing have scimitars, so I'll just say you can just have one of theirs because you've killed a bunch of people that have scimitars, so you can just take one instead of having to buy one.
Oh man, Cord, I think I forgot to bring this to you. I have this
Yeah,
scimitar.
there you go.
Goblin corpses.
Because
found.
the reason I'm gonna do it is because if realistically, if you were here last session when we did level up and you took the scimitar thing, you would have just said, "I want to go pick up one of the scimitars of the goblins we killed." So
Fair enough.
you could just get a scimitar.
Yeah, because scimitar is like the go-to weapon for like goblins, right?
Yeah, that is what at the bandits too. Also use scimitars.
And also, like worst case, I do have a hand axe I can put in the offhand.
Yeah.
Like
I was gonna say I also still have the robes. I want to just try and ask her about.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know if anyone else has anything else, but so
unfortunately, it feels like the weapon, like great axe. I like taking that, but the flail I think I took is like, oh, that sounds funny, but ended up being not.
Well, that's the thing
Yeah,
is
dude.
that's definitely one of the things I've noticed about weapon masteries is that at some point they're gonna be redundant because realistically you're only gonna use like one or two weapons. So I feel like mainly the benefit is really just for if you get in a situation where you don't have your normal weapons. That's really how you gotta take
So,
most of them.
if in the future I can get like a super good enchanted scimitar,
yeah, or
Nick
something
will
like
come-
that. That's really where
Nick
they're
will be
useful.
huge.
Yeah.
Like a free offhand attack is
Mhm.
like that's huge.
So you want to ask about both robes?
Yep. So in our travels through the ruins as well, we have found a couple of these red robes and a strange fellow that had this black robe. Would you perhaps know anything of them, or did they just seem normal to you?
Very interesting. The black robes. I do not know why they would be black. That color means nothing to me. But these red robes. She kind of like narrows her eyes. She's clearly thinking something over. Why, I believe we at least now have a date for when these ruins, how old they must be, at least. These robes are of the same cut and make as the robes used by the mages of Thay. So
I just
wherever these ruins are from, to have some of those robes there, the city must have existed before the fall of Thay.
That's
I think I just
an interesting
figured
thing that
out
you
why.
said.
I just sold this.
Because enhanced dual wielding states. So essentially, what it is, I attack with the trident. Scimitar means I can do that that offhand attack within the same attack action. So it's still part of the original attack action, which means I'm using
Yeah.
a light weapon during the attack action.
Yes.
And it has the light property, which means I can make an extra melee attack with a different one. So I attack again with the trident, but without the bonus modifiers, or maybe the +1, but that's it. And it's
Wait,
just
what?
the dice.
Well, don't you have dual wielding, or
No,
like doesn't that let you
So,
add
so
thing?
I attack with the trident,
Or
You
and then I
attack.
attack with the scimitar,
Yeah.
the same attack action because the scimitar has Nick. That triggers enhanced dual wielding, which means I can make one extra attack as a bonus action later on
Yeah,
in the same turn with a different weapon.
I was just saying. I don't know if it's in this edition, but I'm pretty sure like the dual wielding feat before allowed you to like add your stuff to the.
Yes, it's with
Yeah,
the dual wielding fighting style did that.
As long as it is a melee weapon that lacks the two-handed property, you don't add your ability modifier to the extra attack's damage unless the modifier is negative.
The old dual wielder was +1 AC with a separate weapon in each hand, two-weapon fighting even when one-handed or not light, and then
So,
draws
what I'm
both.
understanding is I attack with the trident,
And then you attack with the scimitar,
and then the scimitar,
and you can
and
do
then
that
attack
without.
the trident again,
No,
but without.
I don't think that's how that
It
works.
says different weapon.
Well, okay, so how I think how I understand is what Nick is saying is that when you attack with a light weapon in one hand,
It's saying
and
your
then you get to
offhand
attack with the
in
second one
in the same
for
attack
free.
action.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Ben, with Nick specifically, when you make the extra attack,
Yeah.
you add it to your attack action instead
Yeah.
of it being
A bonus action. And then how we're saying is how that works with the two weapon feats. How is that you can use the trident instead of a light weapon. So essentially for Nick, you're supposed to have two different light weapons. But we're combining it with the two-handed thing, two weapon fighting feat, to say that you can use a non-light weapon and a light weapon.
The dual wielder thing also literally gives me a thing called enhanced dual wielding, which gives me a third attack, essentially.
I know that you get 3 attacks. No,
Yeah,
the
it's
way
just,
you said it,
is
it
that
just
third
doesn't
attack
make
with the
sense.
trident,
You get
or is it with
3.
the scimitar, though?
It'd be with I think
That's
it's with
what
the scimitar, I believe. Let me
Because
just
it
read
says,
let me read
as
this
a bonus
lead.
action with a different weapon, and the scimitar is what's triggering enhanced dual wielding.
Hey David, I don't think I explained this to you either. The feat that I took, right?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out real quick.
I think for dual wielder, your main weapon has to have the light property.
But we've no that's the thing. That's just how dual wielding kind of works. But we're just ruling that's not how it works. We've never done that before.
Because with this, it's in.
No, because it's within the attack, but Nick means that the scimitar attack is within the attack. Because it as part of the attack action.
Who the fuck is Nick?
It,
And no, I was waiting for someone to make that joke. I knew that was going to happen eventually.
So like I know I get 3 attacks. It's just I don't know if the third attack uses the trident's damage or the scimitar.
The scimitar. We're going to say it's a scimitar.
Which excuse me is it says different weapon. That's the part.
Because that's under the assumption that you're using 2 light weapons. So we'll just say the scimitar. We'll say you get 1 attack with the trident, 2 with the scimitar. That's how we
There's
roll
also theoretically like if you're actually attacking dual wield style, you don't trident and then attack twice with the scimitar. You would go trident scimitar, and if you're doing a third, it would be trident again.
Yeah, but realistically, you wouldn't use a trident and a scimitar into dual wielding.
Watch me.
That doesn't realistically that makes 0 sense. But it's cool.
Different.
It's cool at least.
He is a Goliath technically, so.
But that still doesn't make sense logistically. But we'll make it
animals.
work.
I'm fucking Aquaman, bitch.
Perfect.
If they can navigate, if real life people can navigate a trident and a net, I'm sure someone can navigate a trident and a scimitar.
But you've that Lawson. Okay. First off, the trident and the net is a purely gladiatory thing. That's just for show, and that's and that's for very specific type of combat. Second off, you can't compare throwing a net on someone to attacking with a sword. Whatever, we're moving on before my brain breaks.
David,
I can compare it. It's just not a very good comparison.
what if he actually has a third sword that he carries in his mouth that he uses as a third attack.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere very different with that, but I mean,
If it was Parker, it would be different.
yeah, yes, Parker. You're right. I was thinking he was Parker. There you go. Thank you, DJ.
So-
That's
With
true.
the Nick Mastery,
Oh, that's
blow
what
with
I was
feet,
thinking,
and
yeah.
extra attack from a. Oh no. Okay.
Alright,
It's four. Yeah, 4 attacks.
So we'll just
It's the
rule.
one with a bonus action from dual wielder. It doesn't say which weapon that is. Yeah.
We're just gonna say so. It's 1 trident attack, 2 scimitar. That'll be the final ruling.
Boo.
All right. So yeah, she says that so she says that based on the robes, these ruins had to have been before the fall
Yeah.
of Thay,
Oh well.
or at least I guess she clarifies. These had to have been. This ruins must be from before the fall of Thay, or not long after them. Every red mage that was alive at that point went with the city, but it is possible, I suppose, that some of the robes could have not been in the city at the time that it fell.
So David, I didn't really ask you about this beforehand, as because I just took a feat and I kind of assumed it would be fine, you
Oh
know.
boy, what feat?
So, I did take telepathy.
Where is that
I
bad?
can like not take that if you want. I was looking for something that would increase my wisdom, you know.
Oh wait,
Okay.
okay, telepathic is what you took.
Telepathic, yeah.
You can speak telepathically to any creature.
The reason I was doing that is so because I can't function my commands to my beast because I fumbled that roll earlier. Now now the commands are just telepathic.
Okay, I mean,
And I can talk telepathically and I get detect thoughts once per long rest for free. So I'm like, that's not too bad.
it's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm
Also,
fine
they
with that.
can't respond to you, so
Yeah, they
it's...
can't
Yeah,
respond.
but
to me.
I mean, the bigger issue of this spell is the free detect thoughts. I feel like, guys.
But it's only once.
I
That's
know,
true. That's true,
but
you can
that'd
also
be the bigger issue. But it's fine.
Also, I think after making it like, uh, and then I'll just mention, I want to mention to Glenda just, all right, thanks for the trident. If I see anyone with the cult symbol, is that what it is?
It's not a cult, but yes, the beholder
Or just
tattoo.
or anyone with a symbol,
All right.
like
Beholder.
similar to what we saw in Jekyll.
Okay.
Beholder.
Thank you. I will.
Beholder symbol.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
beholder. It's a tattoo of a beholder, specifically, is what it
Beholder
is.
If I see
on the
anyone with
neck.
a beholder tattoo,
If you
whatever knowledge I have at the time.
Yeah, if you want to get a good look at what it looks like, if you go to Frosthome NPCs, you can see it on her actual photo. All right. So
I mean,
yeah,
if you really
I'll
wanted to,
warn you.
David, if you really wanted to, the detect thoughts thing has, the sense thoughts is whatever. I just know within 30 feet that there are thinking creatures around me.
Yeah.
That's really funny. But read thoughts. One creature I get like what's most on the mind for free. And then if I wanted to, I could discern deeper stuff, but they'll automatically know that I'm
yeah,
probing their mind.
it's not that bad, but it is. That is definitely the stronger part of it for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. There weren't really any good feats that increased wisdom by +1 that I wanted to take.
I'll say, I mean,
Like-
it's fine feat. I have no issue with it at all.
You could
They
Okay.
have
got rid
taken
of the mobile feed.
Just make sure you
Echo.
use it, Lawson.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because that requires you to role play.
That requires me to pay attention.
What
Yes,
feat
that
did you
too.
take?
It allows him to talk to you telepathically, essentially.
Ah,
All
but
right.
it's only one way, and then he has detect thoughts.
Well, I can talk to you telepathically as much as I want, but I can detect
Yeah.
someone's thoughts once a day.
kind of like that one alien from Invincible.
Yes, except his is technically a back and forth communication. So
True,
Yeah.
back
Not
and
really.
forth, but it's specifically
Well,
using
Alan-
others. So if there's 3 people,
Doesn't Alan have
It's-
like true mind reading, or am I making that up?
I think
He has
so.
a-
I think is it like some chip was implanted
he
in
has a
him?
chip
Like
implanted in him that lets him communicate telepathically.
But the funny thing is, like, it's only him and another person. So like 3 people, they have to go through him as like a mediator.
Yeah.
That's funny.
If anything, I also just have message.
There you go. That's how. So you and Artemis can talk. But all right. So how this? All right. Anyway, so
Oh yeah, you have the cantrip, so we can just shit post about the rest of the party.
yep, you can. All right, so if you would like, I could see if there's any cities that would match this information these robes reveal to us.
How would you do that?
I would look. I mean, not many cities have disappeared or just got destroyed in history. If I can find one that was destroyed in close proximity to Thay, then well, I'd be able to figure out what city this would be.
Okay, then. I don't see any harm in doing that.
That's why you're the goat, Glenda.
I am not an animal. Whatever,
Ne-
Goliath's
Never
in there.
mind.
Weird local custom, I assume.
No, he's just insane.
Oh, I see. By the way,
I mean,
Cedric,
he really speaks gibberish
is
too.
okay.
So
What are the chances that Cedric is just is being quiet and that's not just muted?
No, I'm just being quiet.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you haven't said anything in a long time.
He was
All right.
100% muted.
Because mainly I'm wondering because I'm kind of surprised he hasn't followed up on the whole, interesting that he said after I said Faye.
I have been waiting on that.
I've been waiting. That's what I've been kind of waiting on. So, do you have anything you want to say, Cedric?
No, I was just saying that because she said it's like from around the time of Faye, and it's undead stuff. That's just kind of interesting. It wasn't really anything more than that.
Well, to be fair, everyone else probably knows more about what they is and all than me. I just know it's something, so it's like I thought someone would be like, "Oh, that's interesting," because blah blah.
Well, also, Glinda probably wouldn't know about the zombies, by the way, at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Because she kind of
That's
lives.
why I didn't.
So, do you want to tell her about the zombies?
I mean, we all got the rest of the village. She's gonna find out at some point.
Well, I mean, if she's offering
she
to look
know?
into the city for you, it might be best to give her as much information as you can.
Big circle.
Oh my god, how big did you make that? It's literally the entirety of the screen. I can't zoom out far enough to actually see it's a circle.
We-
Alright. So, do you have something to say, Cedric, to her?
I guess I'll tell her. I guess.
Alright, what do you tell her?
Huh?
What do you tell her?
Well, I was getting that. Well, it's interesting that you say that it's from around the time that Faye fell, because we did find something interesting under the ruins. There was an army of undead in like an underground city. I would say probably like tens of thousands of undead.
Tens of thousands?
Give or take.
This is wonderful news. If there are that many undead is certainly an anomaly, and of course, so long as they're contained, they wouldn't pose any threat. But if this, wait, they are contained, right?
Yeah, presumably.
To our knowledge, the only way we've seen is a dais. So if they figure out how to work the dais, that's a problem. But
Or a
Well,
giant pit, assuming that leads to the same location.
yeah. There was
But for
also
now,
a well
okay.
with a hole in it.
But you haven't encountered any zombies outside of the underground, right?
outside of the underground cavern, no.
Okay.
The weird undead
Haven't-
guy, the black.
I wouldn't say a
robe.
zombie.
There was the owner of those black robes that we mentioned earlier. He
Interesting.
was actually a rather strong undead mage.
I see. Interesting.
And he's still out there. He's very much alive. Well,
We
unalived.
I
As alive
understand.
as an undead can be.
I see. If there is, well, that many zombies, this could be Thay. I do not want to jump to conclusions and say it is for sure, but so many undead is something you would need an immense amount of power to resurrect that many. They've always said that the entire city was brought back from the dead by Orcus, but I've never believed. I question if even he would have that much power. But if this is Thay, then there are many, many lost magics within that city. If you can prove that this is Thay, I will gladly give you that ring you requested, Mr. Artemis. But I would I'd be willing to pay you a lot for anything you can find in that city. In
What
fact,
ring did you request?
ring is like spell catching something. I don't remember what it's called exactly.
Ah.
If essentially it allows him to catch spells and use them later.
It stores my own, I think.
You can
Ring
you
of
can
spell
do your
storing.
own.
Spell storing,
But yeah, I'm
yeah.
pretty sure you can also like if someone shoots a fireball at you, I believe you can try to catch it and take it into the ring. If I remember correctly. If
Any consumer can cast a spell into the ring by touching it as it's casted. So they have to, I
I
think,
see. Okay, so it has to be
they,
willing.
yeah, they have to touch it and cast. So I can't consume others, but like if someone else in the party did a spell, they can touch the ring while it's attuned to me, do a spell, and then I absorb it.
Well, now it's got to bother me. I got to go look at the old Dungeon Masters guy because I could have sworn that you could capture other people's. Now I got to look and see if I was just making things
I
up.
don't think so.
Old one lets
I
you do
think you're just making things up.
That sounds sick, though.
It's very possible I am making things up. Ring of spell storing. Okay, I was just making that up.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. Anyways,
So obviously I can upgrade the ring to get that ability.
yeah, maybe we'll see. Be a good homebrew item.
Mhm.
I will say I would like the opportunity to visit these ruins with you. To see for myself if this is Thay.
If we can find a safe way there and a good place to explore, we can see about bringing you along as the.
Well, we have a
I
safe way
can
there.
I can protect myself. You do not need to worry about me. Cedric, you don't have a safe way there because the zombie horde was coming after you when you left. So presumably
right,
that
because-
entrance is no longer safe.
Because Yingvar
Yingvar
got
screamed.
an that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So presumably that entrance is no longer safe. So you probably do not want to take her that way. But I mean,
But that depends.
as she said,
We have the well.
I am very capable of defending myself.
If you had to scale it on like a 1 to 20. Well. If we
I would say a solid. I would say a solid 5.
Oh.
Hmm.
That's pretty good.
All right. Well, you guys discuss amongst yourselves what you think about bringing her along. I gotta do something for my dog real quick.
Okay.
Oh, we need to not forget to buy a bunch of rope.
Yeah. The possible plan earlier for the session was to go to the rope place, but there's been a few delays, so I don't think it's happened this session.
Probably not. Ooh.
Oh,
Hee-hee-haw.
Boy, guys, you can wish list FNAF Secrets of the Mimic on Steam now.
My name is fucking Mimic, oh yeah, my name is fucking Mimic, oh yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Hi, back.
Shut up. All right, what did you guys decide?
I mean, like I said before, that I was just thinking if once we find a safe way, we could try and bring her.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, does anyone anything else to say to her?
I think
I
I
don't think
exhausted all of my dialogue options.
Dungeon Meshi Season 2 officially in production.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It better be.
Or Lawson, would you be interested in buying Repo, or have you already mentioned?
We've had this discussion, and I said yes.
David, want to buy Repo?
No.
Damn. Worth a shot.
All right. I should probably not be looking at Smite while, while I'm recording myself. Well, I imagine people are probably if they know people that listen to this, they're probably like, "Man, can't believe he has players that play video games while they're playing D&D." But then they just see me literally looking at Steam sometimes. So I'm not much better. I'm really not that much better than you guys are about that. All right. Anyways, so
don't lump me in
I
with
don't
them. I'm
play
always
game
locked in
vlogs while
100%.
playing. I just sometimes watch videos or some shit. Well,
yeah, Lawson's really the person
Lawson's the
we're
bad
talking
one about
about.
playing games. Well,
Yes. All right. Well, with
Yeah,
that,
Lawson
all right.
sucks.
So, is there any one else you wish to visit? Anything else you guys wish to buy?
The guy should kill himself.
Yes,
What?
rope.
What?
Rope.
Hold on, Boston. What were you saying?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Who should kill themselves?
This Lawson guy.
That's so real.
I agree with you,
Unrelated.
Ingvar. Yeah, he should.
Unrelated note. I don't think I told you guys this. I found a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and if I get it graded, it could sell for upwards of like $1,000.
Well, that's on money
Assuming it's
to our channel.
so
Well-
did you just draw it, or did you
No,
happen to find it?
I found it after losing it 3 years ago.
So it's probably gonna be like a PSA 7, which means you lose value.
No, absolutely. If I get it graded, so
I will
I'm
say
selling
this.
it as is.
I'll say this. I hate the fact that I started watching. If I open it or I keep it sealed,
Oh,
because I
me
know
too.
for a fact I have some really valuable cards somewhere. I just don't know where they're at. And they
I have a
probably
pile
would
of mine right next to me.
They would
from
probably be graded
baseball to
terribly.
Pokemon.
Like I know I have like a couple like
Oh, yeah,
hundred like
no,
$500
there's
cards. I know they're gonna come back graded as like a 3.
there's 100% a point where like there's not even a point grading it, and you can get more money out of selling the ungraded version.
That is true.
Well,
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't open a card with gloves on, you're never gonna get a PSA 10.
That's
The
not
second
true.
you touch,
No, that's not true.
That's not true. Only if you have
Just
greasy hands like
the other
you.
thing is, in people
So
are
if I-
realizing that PSA's shit.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
that
true.
they're like for the longest
Yeah.
time they were the only ones that did it.
They have name and value, so they're the ones they like. All right, so you want Cedric
But
wants to go
like
buy rope.
there's quite literally a PSA thing that they give you a QR code that lets you see everything about the card.
I saw that. That one is peak.
Yeah, like that's like, and I think that that company also doesn't upcharge you for more expensive cards either, which PSA shouldn't do anyway. That's
That's the crazy part about PSA to me that they charge you money based on the card, which makes no sense. All right, anyone else want to go to Hider other than Cedric? Well, I guess you should.
Rope.
Actually, you should all go because you're probably gonna pull your money together to buy that much rope.
real.
I think we just lost Cedric
Brian
again. Yep.
exploded again.
Well, that just delayed the end of the session. I will say this will probably be the last thing we do is buy rope.
That's fine.
Because we
Okay.
had a really late start, but hey, this would
In
be the
that-
obligatory shopping episode, guys. You know,
in that case, you can't hold it against me for launching Monster Hunter again.
I fine.
All we're doing is buying things, so you guys just got okay.
You just
What-
if we
what-
just
we're-
need you to cough up the money.
Well, here's the issue. I'm sitting on a I'm sitting on a fat check of 15 gold, 3 silver.
I'm sitting on a fat check of 7.
I need to skip you guys some more gold. Jeez.
23 silver
To
and
be fair though, I just spent 40 of
That's
it.
true.
But yeah.
I do need to just start giving you guys more gold now, though.
You need to
keep
start
that in
giving
mind.
because
me.
of the building prices, David. Holy shit.
Hey, you gotta spend money to make money, you know? And also, I mean, you gotta remember, most of these ideas started in my head because from the campaign I've done with my family, which was my first ever one, the first ever DM
Not-
one, I gave
was it?
them like 1,000,
Oh, for
like
sure.
10,000 gold on session one because I didn't understand gold.
Dude, I remember this session I played at David's house one time
For my birthday,
for his birthday.
like my 12th birthday.
Your 12th birthday, and I
God.
remember it like it was yesterday.
We know each other too well.
About
What'd you say, DJ? You cut out a bit.
is this the session that is not
Yes,
supposed to be?
yeah. No, there's a part of that session that's not
There's an
supposed to be
event in
spoken
that
about.
session that's not supposed to be spoken about.
Bobby McGee is a mind virus, and once you learn about it, it kills you.
Evan Hyatt was a character, that's for sure.
Yes, correct. He is to blame for this. All right. Anyway, so yes, you guys go to Hyder. And what can I do for you, my adventurous friends? I heard you've brought back good news about the ruins.
Out of character, responding to what he said, what could he do? Rope. Rope. But
Give me a moment.
Guys, is there like optimal meals to make in Monster Hunter, or
Yeah.
am I good to just click recommended every time?
just do. I mean, it's up to you if you want to spend the extra resource for like extra, slightly more buffs and longer lasting
I would
buffs.
rather not cook every 30
Okay.
minutes. That's awful to me.
My PC auto reconnected and disconnected me from my phone, so I have no idea what you said in the past 30 seconds.
We're at the shop. He heard good news about what we have found. So makes me think he didn't hear about the whole zombie thing.
Hmm.
Oh, he's being sarcastic.
Okay.
Yeah, he's being sarcastic.
Okay.
So,
It was either
Or
I
not
will
of his own.
say it has been quite good for business. A number of people have come to me interested in buying weapons. So, that is. I'll have to place a much bigger shipment for my next caravan than I'm used to.
So what I'm doing is we're definitely gonna get our share for the help of advertisements.
Yes, definitely. He does not mean that in any way. All right.
I got a feeling. Man, can't even help the boys. I see how it is.
Well, as good as it is for profit, it's also a bad thing in the fact that this is gonna drive customers away too,
Oh, yeah,
because people are
I
gonna
know.
leave.
This is a sarcastic thing as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. So,
Yeah.
so what can I get for you today?
We're gonna need a lot of rope, and we don't know how much rope we need.
I see. How much rope are we talking about? And if I may require, if it is not too personal, why do you need so much rope?
big hole in the well,
A giant
basically.
and 150 feet of rope couldn't even let us see the bottom.
His eyes kind of go wide at that. I see. I very well. I have plenty of rope I can sell. How much would you be interested in?
Well, before we buy rope, do you have an idea if you would have anything else that could help with this interesting situation?
This is an actual physical hole in the ground. Let me just be clear about that. Correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is literally just a pit you can't see the bottom of. That's how far down it goes. We've dropped things down it. No, we didn't even hear the noise of it.
Well, I would recommend you get some other climbing equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
could offer you some climbers kits at a discount for bulk, of course.
That's good.
And I will need and for the rope, if you are buying a lot of it, of course, we'll also get the bulk discount on that. Really, the question is just how much rope do you want?
Do we
We're
do we
thinking like
150 is good, or do we think this is gonna be crazy?
I'm not sure because
You probably want more than double what you have, so more than 150.
yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say like 300.
I was gonna say 500 with the more than double. Mm.
Oh, that's annoying.
Remember, we can always come back to buy more.
We can. I mean, if
Yeah.
then I feel like it'd be better to buy more, because I don't. Are we gonna want to keep removing our rope ladder that we're gonna make? I feel like we're just gonna end up keeping all of the rope there, and then we're just gonna
That
get more rope in case.
that is a that is a good point. It would take extra time to take the rope ladder up down, and if I guess even then you couldn't take it down when you're at the bottom too. So you might want excess rope to use for other things than the hole, because as long as you're down
Yeah,
in the hole, you
well,
will have to keep the rope there for sure.
I'm just saying, like if we buy 200 feet extra, like what are we gonna use? 200 feet.
I mean, we
Uh,
saw
I,
the under
well, I
map
guess that's 50 foot of rope for each of us. But
well,
minus one person that's not
as
here.
as a reminder, you saw that based on what you've seen of the underground, you're gonna have to move between buildings, so rope could be useful for that because you can't move in the streets at all. The streets are completely unsafe, so you will need
we
rope
have
to
to
travel
Assassin's
between
Creed.
buildings. Yes, essentially. So rope could be useful in that.
I was even thinking like if we need to scale up a wall, we just like lasso it up and then just like somehow hope it clings to something and we scale the wall.
Hmm.
So I think extra rope is perfectly fine. Especially because we don't even know how much we need in the first place.
I'm just getting worried about the price.
Look, how much is it per 50 feet?
Yeah, it's best to just know the. I would need to know the total for the bulk discount.
Fair enough.
It's gonna be expensive, but I'm gonna charge you within your means.
Well, then the question is, do we think having a total of 650 feet of rope is overkill?
That might be a bit overkill.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying we should buy like 300.
Sure, we can do 300. No one else is wanting to join the conversation or give any numbers.
I think 300 is a reasonable number. I was just kind of
I see how it is.
I didn't think I think we were shut up. I'm allowed to think 300. 300 is nice. 300 is a good number. What do you
Okay.
have against the number 300?
All right. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna wait.
It was a pretty good movie.
We're gonna wait to hopefully Va. We're gonna stop here mainly because I want Va to be here to spend some gold too.
Oh yeah, doesn't she have like 100 or something
She
crazy?
has 76 gold currently.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna want her here for this. Oh god dang! I closed the map. We're gonna want her here for the spending of it. So we'll end here with where you guys are bargaining with Hyder. So yeah, this was the obligatory shopping episode. Like the video, follow on Spotify, yada
Yeah.
yada, YouTube stuff.